So I'll just repeat that. So the topic this week, and these lines come from my friend Kaz Riley. And if you don't know Kaz, she is an incredible hypnotherapist, and she has her therapy is, I think her website also is called Sexual Freedom Hypnosis. And so she helps couples let go of any guilt and shame that's around enjoying each other and enjoying our bodies. That's not what we're going to be doing today, by the way, unless you talk me into it. But I lifted that line from Kaz because I think it's a great line. Permission for pleasure and feeling good about feeling good. And if you haven't checked out Kaz, I would say, go and have a look at her website, Kaz Riley. She does some incredible, brilliant work. She saves relationships. She helps people get the best out of life. And she's just one of the most wonderful people. Check her out. And so anyway, that's what this week's going to be about. I want you all, just for the time we've got together, to forget about everything else that's going on in your life. And we all have it, don't we? You know, I don't think anyone that's like pure plain sailing. So, but I want you to spend this time, as I said to Madeline earlier, to just look on this as a bit of time out for you. And I'm going to take you to that space where you can get in touch with your own inner strengths and resources. Ask those questions, which I've been saying for some time now, that come from my friend Sandra Grace. You know, what has to happen for you to love yourself enough to treat yourself to the happiness and the health that you want? What has to happen? And the second question she asks, which is just as fundamental, is if you're not living the life you want now, if not, why not? So I'm going to ask those two questions of your unconscious mind. I want you to be honest with yourselves. And if there is something you can change, if you're living a life that's not 100% serving you, then think about how you can change. But on top of that is permission to change, permission to enjoy yourself, permission to enjoy every day, to feel good about feeling good. I want that for you today. That's what I want you to leave here today, feeling good about feeling good. To give yourself permission to enjoy life, no matter what's going on around you. There's certain things in our life we can't change, but we can still, within whatever's going on, find that space to enjoy things. And it can be something fundamental like the smell of rain. It can be, you know, I've got a couple of cherry trees that I bought last year, and they're just starting to bud. I know it sounds a very simple pleasure, but to see that happening, it's incredible. I started keeping bees last year, some of you might know, and they've started to. I thought I'd lost them over the winter because it was so cold. It went to like -7 overnight, and I couldn't see them and I couldn't hear them. But they've come back full force. In fact, I think there are so many in that hive now. So I've actually gone and bought another hive. It's costing me so much money to keep these bees. I had to buy another hive because I'm scared they might leave, and I don't want my bees to leave and go somewhere else. So I bought another hive. But you know, the joy of seeing all that stuff going on, and it's simple, I know, it's simple pleasures, but to be able to do that, and that's what I want for you, to just take time out, as they say, to smell the roses, think about what's good in your life. Think about the people. For a lot of you, you know, you work and help people change their lives. Think about the people you've helped. Allow yourself that pleasure. And something that's fundamental that's changed for me in my work, and it's an understanding how important belief is. The word faith is quite an old-fashioned word now. But to believe that you can be happy, to absolutely believe that and have faith, if you like, that you can achieve it. If you combine that belief with a feeling of love, and you know how I work, you know, if I can create an emotion, a positive emotion, chances are I can give you a suggestion that's likely to stick with you. those two things, if you combine those two things, an absolute belief and an emotion and a positive feeling of love, then those two things give life and power and action to a thought impulse. So if you have an idea or you have a positive thought go through your head and you want that to become reality, then immediately get yourself into that positive emotional state and repeat what you want to yourself. As you know, I run a thing called the arrow technique for pain, and I've had surgeons travel to see me to ask the question, how does this work? They're using it, but all of their medical training doesn't explain why the arrow technique works, why just words would work. And my only explanation is that we all know that under certain circumstances, if our life is under immediate threat, we can bear incredible pain and not feel it, because our brain will go, this is not the time to feel this. Wait till you get to safety, and then you'll experience it. So we know we have a natural ability to do it, but I think not just for pain, but I think for everyone that comes to see me, all that's really happening is that at some point they give themselves permission to put that pain down, or to put that fear down, or to put that habit down. In the time I've been doing this work, I've helped over 25,000 people quit smoking. And some of those people, you don't see it so much today, but Graham will know, and Charles will know, back in our younger years, you'd see people smoking 60 and 80 cigarettes a day. And I've seen people who smoke 80 cigarettes a day, and they smoked 80 cigarettes a day for 30 years. It's amazing they're still standing. One guy he said to me, I smoke 80 cigarettes a day. He said, I've worked for a tobacco company. He said, and one of the great things about the tobacco company is that all of our cigarettes are free. We can smoke as many cigarettes as we want. He's a salesperson for this tobacco company. And I said to him, it's a really great idea for a company. I said, how many pensions do they actually pay to their salespeople? How many of their salespeople make the pension age? Of course, they can give away the cigarettes for free. They never have to pay any pension because no one reaches pension age. But when I've seen people who smoke 80 a day, and after an hour and a half, and with the skills that we have with hypnosis, they go out that door and they don't need a cigarette and they quit smoking forever. It's not my influence on them. It's not me doing something. They think it is. But the truth of the matter is, at some point, they gave themselves permission to quit. An understanding that they could, a belief that they could, and then permission to do it. So today, we're going to be talking about permission for pleasure. To allow yourself, give yourself permission to enjoy your life to the full. And feel into that feeling. Think about things that you can be grateful for. Maybe someone in your life kind to you, or something you've experienced in your life that you can be grateful for. Think about that. Think about the times that you've laughed. Just that belly laugh at something, some situation, and allow yourself that feeling. Or maybe think about the person you love, or maybe your child, or maybe the first time you saw your child's face. I don't know. First time you held your child in your arms, or the first time you saw your partner, or whatever it is, something that you can hold on to, that you can feel grateful for. That's what we're going to do with this next hour. And I want you to put down everything else. Give yourself permission, at least for the time we're together, to put everything else out of your mind. Allow yourself to do that. Think about what you really want in your life, whether it's a physical goal, a career goal, spiritual goal, financial goal. And at some point, I'm going to ask you to feel into that feeling, the outcome, get a sense of what it feels like, maybe just to feel that good or to feel that free. Because if you can feel into the outcome and you believe that you can achieve that, your brain will do the rest for you. It's a superpower. And my belief is that your unconscious, and by unconscious, I mean your instinctive, intuitive part of your being that's there for your survival, that keeps your heart beating while you're wondering what shirt to wear, that's monitoring your blood pressure while you're thinking about what dinner you're going to have this evening. That part of you, that unconscious, instinctive part of you, I believe it exists for two reasons: to give you pleasure or to protect you. It's pretty much the same. That part of us is the same as it has been for millions of years. So pleasure and protection, if you want to go back to our very roots, before maybe the higher part of our brain was formed, and we, like other animals on this planet, our two drivers back then, and probably still are today, is procreation and survival. So those two things we're kind of hardwired with: pleasure and protection. So when my clients come in and they sit down and they tell me their problem, my only question is this about pleasure? Because if it's not about pleasure, then it's about protection, it's about survival. And we know we have the tools to deal with either of those two things. So today, we're just going to get you into a feeling, an understanding of your true worth that goes beyond the clothes you wear, the house you live in, the car you drive, goes beyond even your physical body. Your true worth, the essence of who you are. I'm going to take you back to the essence of who you are. Because I tell you now, the essence of who you are is pure light and joy and love. Maybe go back to when you were 2 months old, when all you wanted was to be cuddled and held and fed and loved and looked after. Before the world got to you, before you knew anything else, because that is who you still are. The core of your being is still that, just that feeling of joy and love and light. I'm going to get you to feel back into that. And every now and again, I want you to allow yourself to go back to that feeling. No, it's okay. Give yourself permission to feel that feeling. I'm going to take you there today so you can experience it, so you can hold on to it and take it into everything you do. Give you a true understanding of your real worth and your real value. To take you to that space of unconditional self-love. And that's not an arrogance, I love myself. It's an unconditional self-love, the same love that Lucy has for me, my dog has for me. Same love that maybe you have for someone in your life. But I want you to feel that for yourself, and know it's okay to feel that for yourself, because then you stop beating yourself up over every little mistake you make. You might start feeding yourself differently if you have a feeling of unconditional self-love. Why would you feed rubbish to someone you love? So I want you to feed into that, because I promise you, when you understand you're worth loving, and when you feel into a feeling of unconditional self-love, your life will change. I promise you that your life will change. Things that no longer serve you, things you've been putting up with, things you've been doing just because, you might look at them again and go, this no longer serves me. And I'm worth more. To want for yourself what you want for the people you love. And to treat yourself with that same kindness that you treat and want for your clients or your patients. And know that you're worthy of it. That's what's going to happen today. Forget about everything else. Because 45 minutes from now, the world outside of our group will still be the same. And there'll still be maniacs fighting each other over land, over invisible borders. I truly hoped when COVID hit and everyone on the planet was in lockdown, I truly hoped that people would understand there are no borders. That bug didn't recognize any borders. It just saw the whole planet as human beings it could get to. And I hope that would make a difference. And people recognize that the borders they're fighting over, the bits of land they're fighting over, belong to everyone. We're all living on this piece of stone spinning through space. But unfortunately, it's not the case. But that's going to be going on everywhere. So I want you in this 45 minutes to let go of everything else. Think about how you want to feel, whether it's physical goal, career goal, no goal. I want you to feel into, over these few minutes, the living in this moment. And at some point, I'm going to ask your unconscious mind to allow you the freedom from the past. Whatever's gone on in your life in the past, because it's done. It's in that void. It might have affected you. Hopefully, we've learned from the mistakes we've made and the things that have hurt us. But to keep looking back is of no consequence, because the past is a void. It's a vacuum that stretches back to the Big Bang. Even what I've just said is now in that void. And the future hasn't happened yet. It can only be imagined. Neither of those two things exist, only in our minds. To recognize that and to bring ourselves back every now and again to this moment in time. And just experience this moment. Find the joy in it. That's what I want for you today. Look on it as total time out for you. Understand that while we're together, you are all that matters to me. And I want you to go off this call today. 1, understanding your worth. 2, having a feeling of unconditional self-love. And 3, knowing it's okay to feel good about feeling good. So, has anyone got any questions or anyone say anything to me or anything at all? If not, we'll get into this. You all ready? Good. Get your mics up, otherwise say I'm ready, Freddy. But anyway, okay, let's get into this. Find yourself a safe place to sit. As I always say, not perched on the windowsill 10 stories up with a hot cup of coffee in your lap. But make sure you're in a safe place. If you can, place your hands and your feet separately. So just don't have any parts of your body crossed. And when you're ready to get into this with me and lose yourself for a while, I want you to just take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment. And as you breathe out, allow your eyes to close. Only as quickly as you're ready to feel into that feeling of freedom, into that feeling of unconditional self-love. That's right. And for a moment, focus on your body. And if you can sense any tension anywhere, let it go. Start with the very top of your head and allow your scalp to relax. Let your scalp relax completely. That's right. And let that feeling of relaxation just kind of wash down to those muscles around your eyes. Imagine having your eyes, your muscles in your eyes massaged. And your eyes are relaxing so completely, they just won't work for a while. Get a sense of that happening automatically. Imagine there's nothing you can do about that. Every word I say relaxes those muscles more and more. Think about the people you love, people that love you. Think about the people you've helped with your words. People who are living their life differently because of you, because of your kindness, your skills. And as you think about that now, as you feel that feeling of love, notice that your eyes are so relaxed, they just won't work. And when you realize they're so relaxed, they just won't work, you can test them, find them completely locked just for a while. That's right. Now, nothing bothers or affects you. Nothing disturbs you. I'm going to say the word love. And as you hear that word, that feeling of relaxation around your eyes is going to flood down through your body like a bliss anesthesia. Every muscle, nerve and fiber relaxing. But no matter how relaxed you become, your chair will support you. So get ready as you hear that word, that feeling of relaxation around your eyes is going to go right down through your body. Love. Feel into that feeling as that feeling washes down through your body. Get a sense of it happening automatically and imagine there's nothing you can do about that. Every word I say now takes you deeper and deeper into the most profound, wonderful state of bliss. And the deeper you go, the better you feel. And the better you feel, the deeper you'll go. 10, 20, 100 times deeper now. Get a sense of that happening automatically. Because with the eyes closed, it becomes easier to become more and more aware of a variety of things that otherwise may go overlooked or ignored. Thoughts, feelings, sensations, the alteration of awareness as the mind begins that gradual letting go. Just let go. Allowing the unconscious to assume more and more responsibility. Letting go even of the effort it takes to make the effort that it might take. To tell the exact position, arms, legs, or which arm or which finger relaxes first. But it takes time to experience that letting go, your own time in your own way. As you continue to learn even more than before about your abilities, your capacities to learn as you relax. And the mind begins to drift down toward a place of quietness. A place of peaceful inner awareness. A place that almost seems to give off signals that directs awareness down toward it, into it. More and more comfortably, more and more effortlessly, more and more completely and deeply than before. Where even the effort it takes to be aware of the sound of my voice or the meaning of my words may almost seem to be too much effort to bother making. It's so much easier simply to relax and enjoy that letting go. Allowing events to occur in your own time, in your own way, drifting down, deeper, deeper, deeper down. Get a sense of just drifting down through space and time. Imagine it's happening automatically and there's nothing you can do about that. The deeper you go, the better it feels. Just when you think you've reached that ultimate space of bliss, complete freedom and liberation, My voice, my words are going to take you 10 times deeper. Get a sense of that happening. Imagine there's nothing you can do about that. Every word I say now doubles that wonderful feeling. And I want you to enjoy every moment. Everything I say now is your reality. Every suggestion I give you, your mind and body will act upon. Without hesitations, now your reality at a molecular, cellular, neurological level. You have a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. And that unconscious mind, the back of the mind, can continue to hear, to understand and respond to those things I might say without the need for you to do anything at all. It's so much easier for the conscious mind simply to relax and enjoy that letting go. That's right. Letting go even of the effort it takes to make the effort that it might take. To tell the exact position of arms, legs, or the entire body now that seems to drift through time and space. That wonderful free floating place of effortless relaxation and letting go, where time no longer exists. Just you, the sound of my voice, and a feeling of freedom. And I'd like you to have the experience and pleasure of going out there into the future. Think of something you love to do, or it's just the way you'd love to feel. Something you love to achieve. And get a sense of yourself experiencing that. Free of the past, free of the future, free to be in that moment. And I want you to notice the way you move. You're free of the past and the future. You're free of every limiting belief that ever held you back. And notice the way you move and the way you breathe. A feeling of freedom and liberation. Step into that body. Feel into it. Get a sense of it now. How incredible are you? Because you are the most incredible creation in this known universe. You are unique. You are love. You are loved. You are loving. Step into that body, feel into it. Get a sense of what it feels like and ask this question. How much fun is it to be free? How much fun can I make it? How important is it for me? Get a sense of that now, because now you know how good you're going to feel. Everything about your nature, your mind and body is inclined toward making it happen. And you'll find yourself moving toward that feeling of freedom without even thinking or trying. Now your unconscious mind knows what you want. It knows exactly how to get that for you. And it is a superpower. It wants you to be happy. It wants you to be well. All that's needed is for you to allow yourself to do it in the right way for you. To let yourself experience that feeling of freedom and pleasure. And the unconscious mind, that instinctive, intuitive part of your being that's been looking out for you your whole life, that incredible unconscious mind can allow those changes to occur at a molecular, cellular, neurological level that will allow you that freedom. The freedom to enjoy, the freedom to love, be loved, permission to enjoy, to feel good about feeling good, because you are love and you are loved and you are loving. That's who you are. And the essence of who you are is pure light and joy and love. That is who you are. And the unconscious mind can allow those changes to occur, while the conscious mind drifts off someplace else entirely now. That's right, in your own time, in your own way. How good does it feel to be free? Free to be in this moment. I can wonder whether you're aware that you've drifted deeply into trance. Because the deeper you go, the better you feel. The better you feel, the deeper you'll go. And as you drift even deeper, I want you to have the most incredible experience of liberation and freedom. Because in a moment, the essence of who you are, that intangible part of your being, the passenger, the observer in that physical body, is going to separate from your body for a while. Get a sense of that happening now, just drifting up out through the top of your head, through what's known as the crown chakra. Get a sense of drifting up out through the top of your head and leaving your body in that chair for a while. And notice as you drift away from your body, I want you to look back at that body, and I want you for a moment to show it some appreciation. How incredible is that body? Just for a moment, think about your feet. How many places have you been? How many miles have you traveled? How many people have you met because of your feet? How incredible your feet. Think about your hands. Think about how your hands are designed. How incredible are your hands? Think of the things that your hands have enabled you to do. Incredible, intricate things that you've done because of your hands. How many people have you held in those hands? Much love have you felt through your hands? How incredible are your hands. Think about your eyes, the things you've seen, the things you've experienced. How incredible is your body? Just for a moment, look back at your body and show it some appreciation, show it some love, and make a decision right now to look after that body, to take care of it, to be kind to it, to give it what it needs for it to be as well as it can be. And I want you to notice as you drift away from your body that the essence of who you are is infinite. It has no edge. And nothing that happens to that physical body can touch the essence of who you are. And understanding you're not your body. And whatever you thought you were, you are so much more than that. Get a sense of that now as you drift further and further away. Get a sense of drifting up out of that building, leaving that body in the chair for a while. While that body goes deeper, deeper down into that incredible feeling of bliss. Get a sense of drifting up out of that building, drifting up into the sky, drifting higher and higher. Get a sense of drifting so high that you can actually look back at this incredible planet we live on. Get a sense of that planet spinning through space. The whites of the clouds and the mountaintops, the blue of the ocean, the greens of the forests. And as you look at that planet from way off, notice how your perspective changes. Things that had seemed overwhelming no longer have any power over you. Things that had seemed hard or difficult to overcome no longer have any power over you. Get a sense of that now. And your mind's eye, get a sense of the target, like an archery target. See the coloured bands, the very centre, like a spinning vortex of light maybe. And in the centre of that target, in the centre of that spinning vortex, is the most incredible feeling of unconditional self-love. In a moment, I'm going to make this sound. As I make that sound, you'll be fired, shot like an arrow, straight through that target, into a space of unconditional self-love. And I want you to enjoy every moment. I want you to understand it's okay to feel that feeling of unconditional self-love. So get ready. As I make that sound, your mind and body will be flooded with most intense, incredible feeling of unconditional self-love and joy. Now you're in that space. Feel your body being flooded with that feeling. Once again, think about the people you love, people that love you. How incredible are you? How loved are you? Because you are loved and you are loved and you are loving. Get a sense of that now. Feel that feeling flooding through your body into every cell, every fiber, into the very marrow of your bones, lighting you up, lifting you up. And notice as your body's flooded with that feeling of unconditional self-love, that every doubt, every ounce of irrational fear and anxiety that was ever placed on, every limiting belief that was ever placed on you is swept from your mind and body, because it cannot coexist in your body and mind with that feeling of unconditional self-love. Now it's okay to feel that good, to give yourself permission for pleasure, to enjoy yourself, to feel good about feeling good. You are not given the ability to feel pleasure for no reason. You are not given the ability to experience joy for no reason. Allow yourself the pleasure. Just for a moment, think about a moment of gratitude. A moment when you felt that feeling of gratitude for someone or something or some experience. Feel into that feeling now. Get a sense of it once again. Grasp it. Pull it into your heart center. Feel your heart expanding with that feeling of pure gratitude. Feel your heart expanding. Think of a moment of pure laughter when you just laughed and laughed. That beautiful, unconscious laughter, where you could just laugh and laugh. You couldn't stop yourself. It was just incredible. Think about that moment. Feel into it again. Get a sense of that beautiful moment. Pull that feeling into your heart. Feel that feeling of gratitude and laughter flooding your mind and body. And now think of a moment of unconditional love for someone or something, or a moment when you knew that someone, something had that unconditional love for you. Feel into it now and know you are worthy of that love. Pull that into your heart center and let your heart be flooded with that feeling of gratitude and laughter and unconditional love. How incredible are you? You ought to take that feeling to everything you do, because you are loved and you are loved and you are loving. And you have within you all the resources you need to create that life you want. I'm going to ask that question again. What has to happen for you to love yourself enough to treat yourself to the health and the life you want? Understand you are worthy of that love. And so as you drift in that beautiful space, my voice drifts with you. Every limitation's gone, free of the past, free of the future. Get a sense of me there behind you, burning every bridge back to the past. There is no way back. There is this moment in time. In this moment in time, you are loved. Get a sense of that now. Free of the future. Let go of any irrational fear and anxiety, because it's not real. In this moment, it's not real. Make a decision right now to be kind to yourself as you are to others. Take that feeling to everything you do. Go with your unconscious often as you need to know that you're free of the past and free of the future, free to be, free to enjoy, to give yourself permission for pleasure, to feel good about feeling good, and know it's okay to feel good. No matter what's going on around you, to be able to hold on to that feeling. It may be interesting for you to think about what we've experienced here today. The thoughts, the understandings, the learnings, how you may use these things from one day to the next. You have a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. Those two minds will learn from your experiences here today. Some things that you can utilize to deal more effectively with those things that had been a problem for you before. Every one of my bees knows its worth. Every one of those bees knows its place in this world. I want you to feel into your worth. So know your place in this world, and your place in this world is to enjoy life. Maybe pass that on, pay it forward. To be kind to yourself as you are to others. Live in that space that serves you, and let go of everything else. And it may be interesting to know that in that drifting state of mind, where those thoughts drift by like dreams, and some enter the mind, some drift through the mind, some are left behind to be used later on, and others are remembered or seem to be remembered at first, but then become more and more distant, forgotten over time. As the unconscious mind protects the conscious mind and leaves those things behind, forgotten, but remembered too. And time changes too, so you'll know what a trance it's been when you begin to know that what seemed to be a short time turned out to be a long time. Or what seemed a long time was really no time at all. And so as you drift in that wonderful space, and I want you to know it's okay to feel that good. Imagine it's happened. You're just feeling good. Imagine there's nothing you can do about that. Even at first you have to pretend. Something was said to you, something was done to you, you just can't help it. You just feel great. You just feel loved. Imagine that's happened. And there's nothing you can do about that. And you're going to take that feeling of love into everything you do. In a moment, I'm going to count to 10, and every suggestion I've given you, your mind and body will act upon. On 8, your eyes will open. You'll feel incredible because you are incredible. And on 10, that feeling of unconditional self-love, that new understanding of fearlessness, and that feeling of pleasure, joy, is going to grow stronger day by day. Now it's okay to feel that good. Imagine it's happened anyway. There's nothing you can do about that. So get ready. As I count to 10, on 8, your eyes will open. You'll see life differently, like you've had the blinkers removed. You'll experience life differently. And on 10, that wonderful feeling of freedom is going to grow stronger day by day. 1, feeling absolutely wonderful. 2, to create the life you want by helping others create the life they want. 3, a feeling of freedom from the past, freedom from the future, freedom to be. 4, feel the force of that energy and love flooding your body and mind. 5, feeling incredibly alive, incredibly good. 6, 7, 8, eyes open, you're feeling absolutely incredible. 9, 10, Graham's still enjoying it too much. Welcome back. Good.
Wow.
I didn't want to leave you there 2 weeks from now when we have, you know, the end of the next month, the end of next month, you're still there, Graham. We want to do that. So good to see you back. And if you don't know who Graham is, Graham created this wonderful hypnosis protocol called the clearance protocol. And it's really, you know, if you're in the field of helping other people, check Graham's that protocol out. And yes, it's a wonderful thing. So look, I hope you've enjoyed this session. Remember, you are love. The core of your being is pure joy and light and love. Let no one else turn you off that or put you off that. You know, feelings that feel of unconditional self-love, so you don't keep beating yourself up over the smallest things. Believe what your dogs believe about you, Madeleine. That's all you have to do. Feel into that feeling of love. Take it into everything you do. Okay, look, have a beautiful weekend. Next week, I am going to be releasing my book, The Jacquin Rope Workout. So keep an eye out for it. It's got like 10 hypno audios with it. It's got 3 meditation audios. It's got a video from my son on 6-6 breathing. So check it out. I'll let you all know when I see you next. But if you're on my Facebook group, and I'm just setting up a group called the Jacquin Workout Club. So if you think you'd like to join, get yourselves fit, you know, then have a look at it. I'll let everybody know. I'll let Amanda know, and she can put it out to the College of Medicine. But I'll also post it on my Facebook. Right? Okay. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you all soon. All right? You are loved. You are loved. You are loving. Remember that. Feel into it. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
Freddy. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Freddy.
See you soon. Thanks, Dorian.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dorian, for your help.
Yeah. Are you on tonight or not?
No,
Okay.
I'll do next week. And I truly
Okay.
appreciate all the help you give me. I mean that sincerely. All right. Thank you.
Oh, that's all right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you soon. Bye. Bye, Graham.
Bye, Fred. Thanks a lot for everything, mate.
Okay. Have a lovely weekend, mate. And I'll see you soon. Take care.
Take care. Cheers. Bye-bye.